we are going to crown a shootout champion, and it could be this man again, the reigning champion, Craig Waddingham, but he's going to need to break better if he's going to do that. My name is Stephen Wyatt, and I've got Tony Holgate with me. Tony, good morning, sir. How are you?
Oh, very well. Stephen, how are you, sir? Did you enjoy breakfast this morning?
Yes. It was a lot of food.
It looked like you were enjoying breakfast this morning with birthday cakes and mousse fountain chocolate whatevers, and, well...
I'm not sure what you were watching me eat for breakfast, but...
Well, in fairness, the whole restaurant stopped to watch you eat breakfast, but anyway, let's move on. What a bad break from Craig Waddingham right at the start.
Yeah, that was pretty rough. And
Great off in the side pocket. It is the cardinal sin of breaks, just go straight in the side pocket.
Yeah, no kisses. And you can't do that against Joe, because Joe has shown that he's one of the most consistent firepower shooters in this field every single time he comes out here. You make those mistakes against Joe Prince, and he's going to make you pay for it.
Well, I'd have to say Joe Prince made a remarkable recovery from when I saw him last night in one of the burger outlets, let's just say. He looks brand new. And very quick to get to task. Not happy there. He tried to play a load of what we call check side on that keyboard. He wanted to come back so he can have the 3-ball into the top corner, and it's just stopped dead. So this has suddenly turned a lot trickier. These matches, of course, are a race of 6 with a 30-minute match clock. Golden breaks are in play, as are golden ducks. So Joe will be disappointed there with that visit to the table. Hands it back to Craig Waddingham, the silver sniper.
Craig becoming quite the popular player here in our USA arena. He's done very well for himself over here. Made the finals of his debut event in Arizona. Took down the Boston Shootout Championship. So he's having a good run here in America, and he's gained some fans along the way.
Yeah, he's a consistent performer, Craig Waddingham, wherever he plays and whatever discipline he plays. And I say that as he misses a ridiculously easy 11-ball. Cannot believe that shot there. I know people talk about the curse of the commentator, but it just, the amount of times this happens when you actually say something, I mean, that is absolutely stunning to miss that ball.
That's why I'm trying not to talk anymore, Tony. I'm messing these guys up. Very unlike both Joe and Craig to miss some of the shots they've missed.
Well, Joe's was a way trickier. I mean, it was a bad positional shot. He thought he could do a lot more with that cue ball than he actually could. But Craig's is just an unbelievable miss.
Oh.
Down goes a 1. And this 8-ball for Joe Prince to get this first rack. Came through the prelim last night against Kieran Hall. Won it 5-2. The clock had run out at that time. Kieran had a disappointing performance for him. Joe was workmanlike. So Prince, rack 2.
Joe's got one of the most unique breaks in our format. He tends to cross the head ball, almost like he's doing a cut break, but he's doing it across the side of the head ball. But it works for him. We've seen it work for him countless times. It's not always the easiest of layouts, but Joe always seems to just kind of work his way out of it. It's a big strength for him.
2-ball problem for Joe. They're at the top of the table.
I'm just wondering if he's trying to find a way to get onto the 6 to use that as the breakout shot. I think he wanted it.
I don't think so, because if the 6 was available, oh, hello. And they're both at it now. If the 6 was available in the top right-hand corner, you see the 14's blocking it, then that's your natural shot. I think the 7-ball would have been his ball.
Yeah, but he just came out too high on it for that one.
But then he'd have had to go back to the 5-ball and come off with an angle down there. But
Craig's going to take care of it for him.
Yeah, but
so now Wad's in run-out mode. Can't miss from here. If you do, Joe's going to take rack number 2. This is tricky because he landed pretty straight. And you don't really want to take on the combo, but you can't really roll forward all that much. I think he's going to be forced to take the combo.
Yeah, it's not a nice shot. I mean, you'd rather just go forward and play the 13 first before the 11 and come back behind it. Oh, that's a great shot.
That's amazing. Really good positional play there by Craig.
Yeah, didn't see that angle there. It looked like he had to play away from it, but even better because he's on the 11 as well. And now this is simple. 13, just runs the keyboard through onto the 9. Doesn't want to be dead straight on this, so he'll put a little bit of extra on this to get the keyboard off the bottom rail. Straighter than he would have liked. But he should be able to force this in, get the keyboard off that bottom rail, so he's on the 8. There you see lots of power, and Craig Waddingham ties things up of the game.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be it. I got to say, for me, if I had to pick one match that I'm excited to watch, I think it's the American Youngblood versus the Safecracker. It's Skyler and Shane Thompson. I think that'll be a great match.
Yeah, all the players pretty much have arrived at the venue now as well. Seen Skyler out there, Shane Thompson's out there. Haven't seen Johnny Archer yet.
Uh-oh. Joe Prince, a little off kilter.
Yeah, the pace keeping that out. Not only that, he missed that 2-ball, and he's also left the solids in a great position for Craig Waddingham as well on top. So just wants to get up and get rid of that 1-ball. Once he gets rid of that, everything else is very easy. The 8 goes wherever you choose. You want to put it, really. Craig Waddingham just checking that 1 goes past the 9. I'm sure he must have looked at that early, because you wouldn't just pop that many balls and then decide to have a look.
Or you'd hope he wouldn't.
No, well, he's left it pretty much till last now. Can he play it now? I don't think he can. I think he has to play the 5 first.
Yeah, he's looking at it again.
Yeah, that's a nice angle.
You just draw back to the rail and take a tougher shot, or you try and go forward and get better shape?
Well, Craig's going to try and go forward. I'd probably draw back because I wouldn't be too sure on the pace of this, but this looks pretty good.
Ooh.
Perfect. In goes the 8, and Craig Waddingham punishes Joe Prince's early mistake in that rack.
And there's a title on the line.
And you get
as well.
a free hit at it.
Joe's break is not working. This is really, really messy. He made a ball, which is good, but this table layout is, this looks like one of my breaks.
It's just come a bit too far there. See, the nine goes into the top left. But to be fair, if you actually look at them, they are all available, the stripes. It just looks, they look worse than what they actually are.
The one I'm really worried about there is probably the 13 ball because it does go in the side, but you do need to be kind of straight on it.
I think if he gets just above the 7 ball there, he can play it up into the top corner. Just with a slight angle.
Joe's a little unsure on this one.
Yeah, I'd have liked to take the 10 ball a second ago. He's played that well.
Doesn't want that ball to fall.
He's okay.
Could have made it a whole lot easier to get the position on the 13 had that ball stayed up. Let's see what Joe Prince can do with what he's been given.
He did not want that little clip on the 7 ball there because that stopped the cue ball getting the right angle onto the 11, and now this has become tricky. He's going to have to bank it, I think. If he plays the 13 now and banks, but then there's that much traffic where those solids are, he's in a lot of trouble here.
And on this bank shot, you risk clipping the 7 and bad stuff happening.
Right, so this is a bank back into the left side pocket.
The angle is definitely better. The question is, what's the cue ball going to do if he makes it?
He doesn't know what the cue ball's doing because he's going to have to play it at a fair bit of pace. It's going around the angles into those solids. He's missed it anyway. Oh, has he scratched? He has. Not.
Oh.
How's that stayed there?
He's gotten so fortunate that that ball did not
I cannot
fall.
believe that's not fallen into that side pocket there. That's the only saving grace, but
Tony, if
Craig
either one
Waddingham
of
just
us,
has to pot this and he's okay.
if either one of us walked by that table, that ball would fall. Shane Thompson having a little walk by the commentator's booth. He'll be taking on Skylar Woodward a little bit later. And wow, just really, really interesting situation there. I can't believe the cue ball didn't fall, and Craig Waddingham is really set up to get out here and take a 3-1 lead in this opening match of the day. 16 players remain. We've already seen 8 of them play. We will play 15 total matches, and we will crown 1 winner. And it could be the reigning champion, Craig Waddingham. It's not going to be Tony Holgate.
Chance to be a fine thing. Well, just these 2 balls for a 3 rack to 1 lead. In goes the 8. Craig Waddingham now pulling away from Joe Prince. Waddingham makes a ball. My immediate look is it's going to have to be solids. Doesn't have a strike really available. I don't know, could you get the 11 into the bottom corner, but then I don't think there's enough room past the 4 ball. So I think he's probably going to have to take the 5. and then go from there. The 2-ball might be the one that they can break the 4 out after. 6 goes, 3 goes, 7 goes.
I'm wondering why he didn't just shoot the 4 down. It looks like it might go past the 2. He's really looking at that 4-ball. I think he might be able to pull back here and shoot the 4-ball down. He's going to have to put some gas on this one.
Well, he's ended up a bit smelly there.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that shape just stinks.
Well, that's not the greatest shot in the world that Craig just played there.
Yeah, I don't know what he was doing there. I mean, a mental error, just I don't know, a brain fart.
But equally, the shot that Joe Prince played, I'm a bit baffled now.
There you see, Craig called his extension, but he had
What's
already
he just done there?
He had already used his extension. He called it. The referee said no extension available, so he had to get down and shoot very quickly, and he just undercut it. The time was definitely an issue there. That is a huge mistake by Craig Waddingham.
Well, this will get Joe Prince right back in his match, and Craig's had a couple of chances to really put him away. And when we get to the next rack, it's going to be down to 15 seconds of shot as well.
I think this rack, it's really all said and done. The time issue that Craig Waddingham had to deal with there, not having his extension, caused the miss, and it's going to pay off for Joe Prince here.
Well, Joe's played 2 bad shots in this rack himself.
Yeah, it's not been pretty.
Down goes the 8. Joe Prince gets to within 1 rack.
Yeah, the young gun, Chase just has such a different demeanor at the table, and it's almost scary to watch because he, in a sense, he almost looks like he doesn't care, but we know that's not the case. He's very relaxed around the table, just kind of saunters around, but he is dangerous when he's down on that ball.
Vince wanted a bit more angle on this. Going to take on the 5 ball. It's the 2 that's his problem at the top there. It's near the 14 ball. I wonder if he can push up onto it now. Going to try and free it. It's a good shot. He's not been blessed with too much luck there, though. Can still play the 3 down and into the bottom corner.
I think he's going to have to.
Just see Amy Beecham there, just over the back, chatting to the Ultimate Pool USA president there, Jordan Chavouche, in the white shirt there with his laminate, watching on. Amy, of course, one of our great players in the UK, always comes over to the US and plays in these events. She'll have started her campaign in the Open today.
Well, and I don't think he'll mind me saying this, but Joe Prince just missed that ball very badly.
Awful.
It wasn't even close. It didn't threaten the pocket. He's going to be very annoyed with the way that one happened. And now,
I think the pair of them, to be totally honest, so it's quite stunning to see the amount of mistakes that these two have made in this match. They've made enough mistakes in this one match than they would probably make normally in the entire shootout tournament.
Yeah, and I imagine whoever speaks to Simon at the end of this match, when we go down for the interview, they'll let them know that they're not happy with their performance, but it was enough to get them through. We don't know who that's going to be yet.
Well, this is a lot of relief here for Craig Waddingham because it just keeps him those 2 racks ahead. And that could be very important as the clock ticks down.
And realistically, this should have been 3-3 right here.
Yeah. The 8 is in. The rack is won, and it goes the way of Craig Waddingham, the silver sniper. This is a good break from Craig. And just looking at the solids here, it's even a case of the stripes. Even a case of the stripes that this is the end of this rack. It's gone. There should be 5-2. There's nothing that's poses any problem whatsoever. This is really, really easy.
Declan Brennan walking through here just a minute ago, getting ready for his match with Justin Bergman a little bit later in our shootout format.
I don't know why he's getting ready now, because that's not for quite a while.
I think he just got off one of his open matches. Of course, we do have 192 players in our open field, and those matches have gotten underway this morning. We won't see any action from the open until tomorrow.
Oh, my word. I'll tell you what, he's been lucky there. He's landed so he can see the 4 ball, because if he couldn't, that's not where he wanted to land on the 2. Super shot there from Wattingham.
Not easy to draw that ball back just a few inches when you're straight in like that.
Straight off the top rail here and back down the table for the 8.
Craig Waddingham, 1 8-ball away into that dreaded side pocket that both these guys have had trouble with.
I think he would go past the 9, but he's taking it in the side pocket, and now he leads 5 racks for 2, and that's the best rack that Craig Waddingham has produced.
In what was our inaugural event, another scratch on the break, and Joe Prince is going to be very disappointed with how this match has gone.
Yeah, he put a bit of extra power into that. He threw the shoulder into the break shot there, but with all the spin he got on that cue ball coming up the table, he just knew it was going to spin into that corner pocket, and now Craig Waddingham has the balls in front of him to put Joe Prince out of his misery. And Craig's not been great either, and I'll tell you what, that's just going to stick him in the mud. But with the golden breaks in play, you just never know. I know we're into the last, well, we're under 5 minutes now, but that was a very careless shot from Craig. Great use of the left hand's English there, just to sort of half bend that cue ball round and recover the situation. Lots of top and left hand spin, I would presume, here on this 9 ball. Well, not taking any chances, leaving himself a bit further away from the 12. Judged to perfection, and here it goes.
A rough start for Craig, but he's really ironed out some kinks there at the end. Craig Waddingham takes it down 6-2 over Joe Prince, and we will get a word with him in the arena when we come back.
Let's get a few words with our first winner of the day. Craig, congratulations. Following the title in Boston, nice to get going here.
Yeah, obviously Joe's really good at this game, so it was always going to be a tough game, but he wanted the races there, so I got away with one.
When you're drawn out to play Joe, is that, obviously you've had 2 big matches here in the States already, a final and a semi-final. Actually, 2 finals, wasn't it? And it's kind of 1-1 now. You've got this slight edge. Are you going to remind him that a little bit later on?
No, he knows he wanted the races there. He said to me straight after, but no, definitely got away with one. Obviously Joe's a lot better than what he showed there, but just happy to get the win.
I'm trying. Just ask you about the fact that obviously you're back. Now you've had that title. We've seen you have good runs. We've seen you make the final in Phoenix. Now that you're here back again, you've got a title under your belt. Do you feel more confident coming over to these events, that you just feel ready to continue to do more damage?
Yeah, it's just the white ball, and the more you play, the more you get used to the white ball, and that's all it is really. As soon as you get that white ball, then fingers crossed it could be good.
It didn't go so well in the Open this morning, I know, but you've got more Open matches, and then we'll see you back out here a little bit later on in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, the guy who played earlier played great. So, just keep going, keep playing, and hopefully get winning.
Well, congratulations on getting the victory here. Go well in the Open, and we'll see you a little bit later on.